Hi, welcome back. Welcome to my channel. I'm Joanna. It's super nice to have you here. Today we will be talking about everything that I read in the month of February of 2026. The first book that I read is actually inspired by January pick for Reese Book Club. So the pick was the second book, but I've never read the first one. What I'm referring to is The Last Thing He Told Me by Laura Dave, and then the second book that was the pick, which is The First Time I Saw Him. This is a thriller. There is a TV series on Apple TV, I think, based on those books, and I heard really good opinions about both books and the series, so I was like, okay, I feel like I'm missing out on something cool. We are exploring the story of Hannah, who is relatively newly married, and then one day her husband just disappears. She gets this random note that says protect her, and the only thing that it can refer to is the daughter of the husband, Bailey, who is 16. She has a lot of attitude. Basically, Hannah is trying to figure out what happened, why her husband disappeared so suddenly. I think the book gives you a very nice realistic feel of how it feels when you're going back through your memories and try to find clues and try to pinpoint all the moments where you could spot something or notice something, that something was going wrong. I think there was a lot of mystery and I enjoyed that. The second book answers a lot of questions that were left unanswered by the first book. So I think if you enjoyed the first book, you will enjoy the second one as well. That being said, I did prefer the first one. I think both are very fast reads and they are well written. However, in the second one, there's a lot of jumping through the timeline, and for me, it feels like there's also a lot of fillers, like not necessary. Next one is The Three Lives of Cate by Cate Fagan. I really enjoyed this book. This is a story of a fictional author, Cate, who is finally deciding to tell her story. So it's like a fictional memoir, fictional documentary in a way. The main character, I'm gonna refer to her as a main character, or maybe Cate, because she goes by 3 different names: Cate, Cass, and Annie. So it's confusing, but that's why 3 lives, because each name is kind of connected to a different life that she led. The main character, when she was young adult, she and her best friend Amanda were really dreaming about moving to California and becoming those big movie stars, but then something happens and I don't want to spoil it to you. So what is important is that it leads the main character to leave her hometown and everything behind and start her second life. And this book really explores the question of, is it too late to come home? To me, it was really beautiful. It was a beautiful queer love story. It was very moving, very sentimental. I saw it being compared to Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo or Daisy Jones and the Six. And yeah, I can see that, especially that this is like a fake memoir, fake documentary. So I think that's the thing that people often notice. All the 3 books that I mentioned, in my opinion, are super different, but yes, there is something similar in them, that you kind of explore this fake famous person. Very, very moving. Next book that I read is the second one from the seasonal quartet by Ali Smith. The goal is to read each book in its season. In autumn I read autumn, and now I read winter. Even though it's the second book in the seasonal quartet, I did feel that this could be a standalone book. There is a link. It's not obvious. I didn't figure it out on my own. I did read a review where people found the link, but it's really not obvious when you read it. And I think this is a common criticism of Ali Smith's books, that you need to read them a lot of times, often, to really find everything that the author is trying to say. There's a lot of allegory in them and it's just not obvious. So you kind of read and then you let the book take you on the journey, and then you are willing to come back again to just see what you missed. And sometimes people are saying that this is pretentious to create such a narrative, but I did enjoy the book and I liked it. What the story is about is Christmas gathering. We have elderly conservative woman Sophia, her son Arthur that is coming to visit her. Arthur wanted to bring his girlfriend Charlotte with him, and finally introduce his girlfriend to his mother. However, they broke up and he decides to instead hire a random Croatian girl that he just met. He pays her and he decides to bring her so that she can pretend to be Charlotte. And then also we have Iris, who is Sophia's sister. So there is this very weird mix of people in this Christmas gathering. To me, this book was really about division, both between like characters, so the contrast and the division between Sophia, who is like this conservative woman, and then her sister, who is super liberal, but also because of the references to the political events. We have Brexit, for example. I felt like both autumn and winter were written in a very similar way. Both were very allegorical. The writing style was very, very similar. There's a lot of imaginative wordplay, puns, songs, a lot of flashbacks, and also in autumn we also have a lot of political references. And the last, but definitely not the least, is The Dungeon Crawler Carol by Matt Dinniman. And this book is so much fun. This is a literature RPG. As far as I know, that's the genre. This is my first time reading a book like this. I do enjoy playing video games, but I have never read a book that would be like a video game. So this is something new, but it's a lot of fun. I was skeptical, but I'm enjoying it more than I thought I will. We are following Carl, who finds himself in this situation when the whole earth was turned into a massive dungeon. Majority of humanity is vanished. This little bit that survived, including Carl, are forced to play, and there are different levels of the dungeon. They need to go through them, and everything is being televised, so they are being watched by aliens. Carl is being accompanied by his ex-girlfriend's cat, Princess Donut, and they are crawling the dungeons together, going through all the obstacles that are thrown their way. I really like this book, and I think if you have a chance, try to listen to an audiobook. It's amazing. Jeff Hayes is the narrator in the audiobook. The way he's making the voices of different characters, I was so surprised to learn that this is just one person doing everything, because it's amazing what he's doing. It's worth giving it a shot, even if it's not the genre you usually go for. It's, in my point of view, so well written, so entertaining that it will be fun. I'm already finishing the second novel. There's many parts of this book which usually scares me, but not this time. This is it. This is everything I read in February. I hope you had a great reading month, and if you would like to share any recommendations that you have, please feel free to leave them. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you very soon.